And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Brooklyn
really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Jordan in at center. Pass to Barrett. Smith surveying the D. The pass to Barrett. 5 to shoot. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Trying to get open is Irving. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Irving.
Kyrie Irving could be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision-making simply outstanding.
Trier passes to Smith. Offensive rebound. Barrett. Robinson kicks to Barrett. Smith on the wing. No good with the triple. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Passes it to Smith. Tries it from 9. Second chance shot, and Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Trying to get open is Randall. Good on the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Irving. Robinson with the block. And they'll keep possession. Tries again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
Doris, early on, every team trying to establish a winning attitude. And now you find out if that can carry through the rigors of an entire regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. I think if you can establish some winning early, that can go a long way toward building momentum, building confidence, especially if you have a young team or if you're a veteran team who has aspirations to be champions. So much at stake early.
Good point. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Smith. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
It's stolen by Randall. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Trier. Finishes the break with a slam.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
He's all alone. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Marcus Morris comes in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Smith. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Liftoff is complete.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Barrett. Over Harris. And the Knicks miss again.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Nifty move. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Knicks with possession here. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. Trailing by 2.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
That puts them in the lead.
Timeout. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Harris. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Payton can't get it to go. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now, he does produce.
And great big men to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
And for the length of Bobby Portis, he's sure to provide a bit of fire when he's on the floor.
Well, Portis is never afraid to mix it up with the opponent or sometimes his own guys. This guy plays with a passion that maybe isn't for everyone, but boy, it does spark his teams.
Now, here's Barrett. LeVert defending from down low. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Dinwiddie against Payton. Count it. Good.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
Now Payton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Barrett, no good. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks. They lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about
2011, I came into the league.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Taurean Prince is out there with Kurucs. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the night. The Knicks leading by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks. Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Marcus Morris. Hanzo Trier comes in for Barrett. And Smith subbed in for Elfrid Payton. And Brooklyn making a change. Chandler's checked in. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. And Smith gets double teamed. Outside Gibson. There's the triple. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Knicks lead by 3.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Dinwiddie. Banked in off the glass. Dinwiddie's got 6.
But just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Smith against Dinwiddie. Chandler with the steal. Allen the bounce pass. And it's Prince penetrating. So they take the lead. Prince has got 4 this quarter.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Here's Trier. LeVert defending. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. The finish and slam dunk by Allen.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
Here's Trier. LeVert defending. A 3-ball. And to get open is Robinson. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Pass to Knox to stop the run. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Randall's checked in. 6 to shoot. KD's shot is good. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
You know, Doris, when you think of the best dunkers at that guard position, you have to include Dennis Smith Jr.
His explosiveness, Dennis Smith Jr., is off the charts. Boy, when he is attacking the cup, as a defensive player, you better be on point or he's going to put it on your head.
Portis, he's checked in for New York. Nobody near Irving. Off target from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Randall with the bucket.
Really good patience from Kevin Knox, understanding how to deliver a pass on time and on target.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Irving. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Morris is checked in. It's the Nets now. It's a 3-point game. The fadeaway, And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Smith, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Knicks trail by 5. Here's Trier. Smith outside. Over Irving. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, great recognition from Dennis Smith Jr., creating the separation and shooting with confidence.
Irving attacking. Pops it up for Jordan. It's 2-on-1. And the wide open shot from Morris. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. That's leading by 3. It's stolen by Morris. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Irving. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Smith finds Portis. And there's the pass to Trier. Just 5 on the clock. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Durant, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. It's checked in for the Knicks. Elfrid Payton comes in for Dennis Smith.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris dishes to Barrett. New York moving it around. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Payton. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Now here is Harris. A deep 3 from Irving. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that'll do it for our halftime
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And New York, looking at who they've got, Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. And it's Robinson in at the 5. There's Trier with the 3, kept alive by New York. And another shot. It'll go, and the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Robinson.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. To the inside, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Knox the pass to Smith. That's tipped. Robinson against Durant. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skill.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Knox misses. Nets leading by 13. Left side Durant. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Morris. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Payton passes to Barrett. Shoots over LeVert. Off the left rim and out. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Dinwiddie finds KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 17 points for KD.
Well, how about the persistence of KD? He knows he has the size and the reach to keep those possessions alive.
Payton against KD. Here's Barrett. Another shot. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
To stop the drought, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
I think if you're very aggressive with Elfrid Payton, this guy is getting good at picking up these kinds of fouls.
Caruth is checked in for Brooklyn. Portis, who's checked in for New York. And he sinks the second.
Well, the Knicks knew that offense would be an area for improvement coming into the season.
Well, Greg, they were dead last in offense on several metrics last year, most notably field goal percentage. So some of it is personnel, some of it is shot selection.
Indoors at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. Great D that time from Payton. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Payton passes to Portis. Barrett with the ball. Harris is there. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. And that's now 9 points for R.J. Barrett. Nets leading by 17. Irving with the ball. He's got 9. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And here is Payton. Passes it to Randall. Over Allen. And there's Randall on the assist by Morris. Randall's got 8.
I really like how Marcus Morris plays within the offense. This guy is so solid at recognizing when he should give it up.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Caruth is out there with Jared Allen.
Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
Trier passes to Portis. They double him with Jordan. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And on the way from Irving for three.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. The Nets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Portis. Here is Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Irving surveying the floor. Over Smith. Harris, right side. And on the way from Irving for three. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving. Knicks trail by 18. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. But they'll get another chance. Goes up again, and that one is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And the goal will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game. Durant's checked in for Allen. Brooklyn leading by 18. Outside Irving. The feed to Jordan. It's stolen by Smith. The Knicks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And Smith gets double teamed. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Smith against Irving. Chandler, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought, for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
Knicks trail by 18. Trier passes to Smith. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. They'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And that one against the Pistons. It's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Drops one in from the wing. Doris, as great a scorer as he is, Kyrie Irving doesn't draw a ton of fouls.
Kevin, I think that has everything to do with his elusivity. This is a young man who can finish with either hand, can get separation on any defender. This is the one thing you say about Kyrie Irving. He does not initiate contact around the rim.
A nice shot by Harris.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Here's Smith trying to get open as Randle. Smith, no good. Nets leading by 18. Durant down low. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Robinson with the block. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, this guy is a nightmare in transition for the defense. Dennis Smith Jr. in space. Look out.
Timeout called the Nets. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim doors, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
It's the Nets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Irving against Smith. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's KD. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for New York.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Brooklyn.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
The Knicks shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Barrett goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Durant with it, now defended by Randall. Over Randall, Jordan trying to free himself up. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Randall passes to Trier. Here's Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Chin. Free throw good. Robinson. Robinson hits them both. Here's Temple. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And guys, I think the future is so bright for Jared Allen. We're talking about an athletic, mobile big man who has already proven to be an accomplished two-way player.
Lets it go from 14. Off on that one. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.